Gdragon is known for always looking good no matter what, looking stunning.
Hey Dashies, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is another commentary for a video about GD and Bigbang. So it's titled The Exact Moment Gdragon Changed K-Pop by Cookie Lit. So I'm excited to see this. I'm a big fan of them. You already know this. So let's go.
Hated or loved, there's an undeniable impact that Gdragon left on K-pop. But do you know how much he really did for the music?
He did a lot.
Look through all the moments when Gdragon changed the K-pop game for good. The first ever light stick.
Ooh.
It's hard to imagine a K-pop concert without the sea of light sticks in the.
I really wish that he trademarked the word light stick. Because he started it, right?
With unique colors and designs unique to each group, it's a must-have for the fans. But did you know that Big Bang started this trend all the way back in 2006? The big
2006. Yeah.
light stick was designed by Gdragon himself and later got named the Bang Bong. Gdragon said that the reason for making the light stick is that he wanted the VIPs to stand out from the crowd.
That was so thoughtful of him. He wanted the VIPs to stand out from the crowd and he wanted to see who the VIPs are, so he created this light stick. And now this light stick is a must-have for all K-pop fans, right? Like all of the groups right now has their own light stick, and that's GD's idea.
That it was designed by a member and had a special shape of a crown made it truly stand out compared to the merch of all the other groups. The original Bang Bong is also the first light stick ever mass-produced by YG Entertainment, making it the pioneer for all the other light sticks that
pioneer.
Solo doesn't mean disband. When a K-pop band is on the top and drawing in all the attention, making a solo debut always seems like a red flag. The public will take it as the beginning of the end, with the end result being the disbanding. It's a method that's been tested time and time again, both in the West and in K-pop, of course, until Gdragon came along with his solo debut. 2 years after Big Bang broke the roof with their single Lies, Gdragon decided to make his solo debut with the single and album called Heartbreaker in August of 2009. This album became a
he had a solo
and secured him the Artist of the Year win at the 2009 Mnet Asian Music Awards. Back then, it was actually the biggest male artist debut of all time. Later,
the outfits and the hairstyle,
his group mates followed with the solo releases, which made people worry if this was really it for the group. However, Big Bang came back stronger and better with the 2011 Tonight, which secured them the #1 spot on the Gdragon album chart. The group rose even higher, releasing timeless bangers like Fantastic Baby and Bang Bang Bang. Gdragon is living proof that despite debuting solo and making waves as a solo artist, your group can still continue to thrive.
Wait, I have something to say about this because all of them, the members of Big Bang, had their opportunity for a solo. First one was GD. He released this punkish, rockish type of music, hip-hop flavored type of music, which he really liked. And Taeyang with the R&B dance tracks, which really highlighted his good voice. And then Top with the rap, of course. Doom da 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 da. Doom da da. He dissed the media. Daesung with his solo, which was a variety type of music, which highlighted his funny side. Same with Seungri with a variety type of music, which really matched his funny personality. So I think YG did a good job with giving them solo. Through this solo music, we were able to get to know more about the members of Big Bang, right?
Entertainment companies didn't always have the best name when it came to treating their artists, especially when it came to giving them creative freedom. In the past, K-pop idols had concepts and songs lined up and ready to go with zero personal touches from the idols themselves. That's why, till Big Bang, K-pop groups and idols got called manufactured more than anything else. However, this all changed when Gdragon joined the game. The release of Big Bang's album Always in 2007 meant a big shift not only in Big Bang's career, but also in the K-pop industry. Gdragon was involved in making this album, writing the lyrics, and composing the music for the title track Lies. It was actually the first time that a K-pop idol was writing and producing their own music. Ever since then, Gdragon became more and more involved in writing and producing.
What I appreciate about YG at this time was they really trusted their artists like GD.
And on his solo stuff as well. Big Bang was the definition of self-produced, with every song being credited to at least one member. He was named a genius singer-songwriter by the Korea Times, and the magazine Spin described his song as daring by K-pop standards, wildly innovative by any standard. When asked about his writing process, he said, "I have this disease-like need to try to create something new. When you're kind of being chased and everything you do goes well, you develop this sickness and a sense of need to constantly do something different."
He was such a creative person. He was born with it, with this disease, he said.
Gdragon's work gets praised even a decade and a half later, both by critics and by fellow K-pop idols. Gdragon wasn't only recognized for his incredible craft, but also started a whole wave of future idols that wanted to become more involved while making their own music. Companies were also giving their artists a bit of creative freedom after seeing the success of Gdragon and his
True, that's after GD. GD made this possible.
Songs. True trendsetter. Be it hair trends or fashion trends of today's K-pop idols, there's a big chance that it all started because of Gdragon. Changing hairstyles and hair colors wasn't really a thing until Gdragon decided to change up the styling of his hair to match the concept that he was.
Oh my god, GD is the king of different hairstyles. He was not scared.
And it wasn't just traditional everyday hair colors. No, Gdragon wasn't shying away from wild neons and soft pastels, and therefore changing K-pop forever. There aren't many people who could pull off the entire color wheel on their head, but he makes it work. One of his most iconic looks must be the two-toned orange to red hair in the Fantastic Baby music video that had everyone shocked. Gdragon isn't lacking in the fashion department either, with his looks.
Like, GD is not scared to try anything.
In both the whole K-pop scene and South Korean teens as well. Throughout the years in the spotlight, it seems like he's pulled off every single outfit he ever wore. Gdragon never shied away from even more androgynous looks, not really caring about such things as masculine or feminine styles. When he collaborated on designing a unisex shoe collection, he said, "It's not just girls or women who get excited and worked up over pretty shoes. I think guys can feel that way too." At the 2017 Chanel fashion show, he was seen wearing a black jumper that was designed for the women's collection. However,
he was the first one to do this, really, wearing women's clothes and rocking it.
Outfit was praised by nearly everyone. In October of 2016, he launched his own high-end fashion brand called Piece Minus One, which was full of unusual pieces of clothing, such as beanies with long straps. Gdragon shared his fashion mantra in the Dazed interview, saying, "There are times even I am a bit embarrassed by my look. Don't be afraid. There is no right answer in
True, don't be afraid.
Fashion." His eye for fashion and need for self-expression could be seen even in his everyday outfits, with little altercations make them one of a kind. When asked where his love for fashion comes from, Gdragon explained that he started out as a child actor, with his mom being his personal stylist back then. According to him, he looked pretty stylish. Gdragon is known for always looking good no matter what, looking stunning even at the airport. Ever since his airport look started gathering attention, the concept of airport fashion.
True, airport fashion. GD also started this because he looks so fashionable everywhere he goes, even in the airport. So this is where airport fashion started. Guys.
Spread through the K-pop scene like a wildfire. Even though the nickname trendsetter gets thrown around a lot these days, Gdragon is truly deserving of it like no other. Idol of idols. Gdragon's impact is simply undeniable. A voice and a personality that stole the hearts of millions of South Koreans, including the hearts of other K-pop idols. Many beloved names in the industry voiced their appreciation for Gdragon. Idols like Jungkook, Bam Bam, Scoops, and J Park have all voiced their appreciation for either Gdragon or Big Bang as a whole. The singer IU liked Gdragon for a long time, revealing, "I've always been Gdragon's fan and wanted to work with him someday."
And IU had a big crush on Taeyang, right? I remember.
Dream came true when their collab happened on her hit song Palette. Gdragon was also generous enough that he sent IU a copy of her Palette album with the design and drawings he did himself. Even though Gdragon might not be in his prime days anymore, his legacy lives on through all the artists he inspired in the first place. Mini album series. Gdragon, along with Big Bang, changed the traditional ways of each album being a standalone piece. In 2015, after a 3-year hiatus caused by enlistment, they changed the game by releasing the album Made in 4
Made. I love this album. This is the best album, I think. for me.
Elements M, A, D, and E, it spread from May to August. Each mini-album had 2 songs and eventually created an 8-song album. The letter A had the song Bang Bang Bang, which later won the Song of the Year on the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards. Back in the day, YG Entertainment got criticized for doing EPs as they were considered a cash grab from the fans. However, when everyone saw how well the mini-albums did on the charts, it's like everyone suddenly hopped on the mini-album trend. So the next...
True. Mini album. Big Bang started it. YG and Big Bang started it.
Any kind of mini albums or EPs being tied together into one big project, you're gonna know that it was Big Bang who thought of it first. Collabs on a new scale. Collaborating with other artists is obviously...
And I think every artist now releases mini albums, right?
New, but it was Gdragon who did the first collaboration of a K-pop idol with a Western artist. Back in 2009, Gdragon revolutionized collabing by inviting Flo Rida to be on the remixed version of Gdragon's song Heartbreaker. Flo Rida agreed, and a bop was born. These two even performed the song together at a concert in 2010. The wildest thing is that this collab was preceded by a drama where Sony Music accused Gdragon of plagiarizing Flo Rida's song Right Round.
True.
All the plagiarization was denied both by Flo Rida's people and Gdragon's as well. However, the damage was done. So instead of having some weird tension in the press, Gdragon and Flo Rida decided to collab together.
This is such a good idea. There was an issue, right? And then suddenly, Flo Rida and then Gdragon collaborating. Like, all of the haters were shut down because of this collaboration. And it was a brilliant idea.
What a way to turn the situation around.
Yeah.
In 2013, he collabed with another Western megastar, Missy Elliott, on the song Deliria. He revealed in a special interview how the collab happened. Because it's a track that has the motive of using a Korean folk song, I wasn't looking for a popular artist of today, but more of the past, and a female more than a male. In the middle of all that, because I was Missy Elliott's fan, I hesitantly asked if she could work with me. To Gdragon's surprise, she agreed.
I love Deliria. Do you know Deliria?
Made this collab even more special is that despite Missy Elliott not living in the spotlight anymore, she performed Deliria with Gdragon at the 2013 KCON LA, creating a performance for the K-pop books. Are you a fan of Gdragon? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Wow. Everything that the narrator said in this video was true. Overall, the point of this video was to say that GD, Big Bang, YG started a lot of trends that's been passed on the next groups, right? As of the moment, we can still see this trend. Sometimes I just get a bit mad when some fans try to uncredit, is that even a word? Like, uncredit the creators of these trends. Like, don't be delusional. You can see the years in Google, like when this thing was invented, when this trend was set, right? I think I said a lot while watching the video, so I'm so sorry if I talk too much. So that was it, you guys. If you have any comments, suggestions, drop them down below. If you want to keep tuning in for more, just subscribe here on my new channel. See you on the next episodes. Bye bye. See you.